Hi, so I want to talk a little bit about divorce. So, as some of you know, I am recently divorced, and so I can speak from experience in saying that, going through a separation, through a divorce, it's a huge life stress. If you have children, it's not only a stress on you, but it's a stress on your family, which can make it feel even, more challenging and emotional. No matter who initiated that decision to get a divorce or whether it was very mutual or whatever the case, it's still so hard. You might find yourself really struggling to regain your sense of balance after having this big change. And it's not like a quick change either. It's something that comes kind of in phases. So the first phase would be realizing that either you or your partner or both of you actually want to end the relationship, and then the working toward making that happen, which can take days, weeks, months, even years. Sometimes in my case it was, it took over a year to actually, not live together anymore after making that decision. So and that's not easy, right? So even when you have two people who are, relatively friends, even, it's still not easy. We're talking about, like, moving, changing your housing, explaining this to other people in your life, because your friends, your family, they may not understand. And we don't always give people a narrative that is a positive or a constructive one when they're ending their relationship, whether it's like religion informing your, the shame or the reactions, or some people say, hey, like, divorce is not something that should even exist. So the people in our lives, they might be very well intentioned, but they may not have a way to help or, be as supportive as you might really need, because you're going to need support. And so there is your own emotional reaction, then there are the reactions of the other people around you, and then there's working through the next phase, actually, like, doing this and finding yourself in this other stage of life where now you're divorced and trying to regain that sense of balance and peace. And I think what's really important in that part is to exercise solitude, right? Not jumping right into another relationship, but being really mindful about, figuring out who you are in this phase of life, because we're always changing, and who you were prior to being in this relationship or during it, it's probably not going to be exactly the same as you are as you exit into this next phase. So hopefully, it's kind of like a butterfly or a caterpillar, you're emerging from this cocoon and into the next stage of your life. So, recreating the meaning of what does it mean to be you, right? Who are you now, and where are you going next? These are things, there's not like a universal answer to this kind of thing. It's something that you're always constantly creating for yourself. So practicing patience and mindfulness as you make these really huge changes. So be patient with yourself, and patient with the process, patient with the others. And it's not easy to be patient either. I know I'm probably one of the least patient people I know, so I smile when I say that, because I know how hard it is for me too, just to kind of sit with the emotions that come up and sit with the situations, and step back, and not always act upon those things. So wherever you are in this journey, thank you for being here. Thank you for considering, considering some of the pieces to that process. And, if you are really, kind of thinking through some of the things that I'm talking about here, you might even benefit from therapy. Therapy is so beneficial whenever you're moving through this kind of transition or any sort of life transition, because, those changes are really what tax our coping, what cause us to feel imbalanced and stressed out and afraid at times. So all of those things. So thank you so much for tuning in, and be well.